Hello, good evening, or whenever you come across this, and happy February 1st, the first day of this month. And happy birthday. If this is your birthday, happy birthday to you. I hope you're having an amazing birthday and an even better year to come. So today we're going to be reading from The Secret Languages of Birthdays, your complete personology guide for each day of the year by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers. So I decided I wanted to change up the format a bit, and I'm going to split up the reading and the daily oracle into two separate videos. And so I thought I'd start fresh on the first day of the month. So let's dig in. Let's learn about the day of willfulness. What do we got? So month January, day 1, your sign is 11 to 13 degrees Aquarius. You're an Aquarius 2 sun sign, and you're a fixed air sign. All right. February 1 people are first and foremost distinguished by their strong, earthy, but mental nature. Not content with abstract speculations, those born on this day must impress their ideas on the minds of those around them. Headstrong, willful, and courageous, they know when they are in the right and will not give 1 inch. As their mental preparation for most circumstances is thorough, and they have a facile, improvisatory flair, they are able to avoid compromising situations and sidestep any issue which they would rather not discuss. Thus, they can make formidable opponents. A February 1 person is characteristically energetic and youthful, but often petulant like a child as well. Emotional problems can plague February 1 people, particularly in their younger years. Their feelings are often scattered, impulsive, and uncontrollable, and thus land them in trouble repeatedly. There seems to be a great divide between their mental solidity and their emotional vulnerability, so that at times they are like two different individuals. Until they bring their great willpower to bear on their own inner processes, come to grips with their personal problems, and begin to understand themselves, their lives will continue to be in turmoil. More highly evolved February 1 individuals eventually integrate their many-sided talents into a well-functioning, polished persona, but this takes time. Until they do, their careers may be highly unstable, and they are apt to flounder. Others may watch them in confusion or bemusement and wonder why they haven't succeeded in doing more despite their ambition. In addition to their mental and emotional makeup, the sensuous physical side of February 1 people cries out to be fed, and this may cause additional problems if it is operating out of control. Of the qualities mentioned, in their personality hierarchy, the mental usually comes first, the sensuous second, and the emotional third. The fourth important area, often neglected, that of intuition, should be cultivated and relied on more, as it can be the important cementing bond which pulls it all together for these talented but tumultuous individuals. Part of the problem is that the power of reason and logic is so highly developed in February 1 people that it can crowd out their intuitive side. When reason at times breaks down, they tend to tumble into the feeling and physical realms, often resulting in emotional outbursts or self-indulgence. For February 1 people, it is not so much self-control that is wanted, but self-understanding, and above all, personality integration. Though sometimes obscured by their focus on matters at hand, being a whole and deeply feeling human being is the highest and most important aim for those born on this day, and ultimately takes them far beyond where mental drive and determination alone can. All right, so in numbers and planets, those born on the first of the month are ruled by the number 1 and by the sun. Those born on the first usually like to be first, are of a definite viewpoint and eager to rise to the top. The sun symbolizes strong creative energy and fire, which should be kept flowing steadily rather than allowed to flare out of control. When coupled with Uranus, ruler of Aquarius, the sun's power influences can become restless and electric, making February 1 people high-strung and confused. Also, too much rejection in early and middle life can cause them to grow cold and aloof. In tarot, The first card of the major arcana is the Magician, who symbolizes intellect, communication, information, as well as magic. Over his head is an infinity symbol, which in some tarot decks takes the form of a hat, in others a halo. Many interpretations may be drawn, one of which is that the magician recognizes the cyclical and unending nature of life and is empowered by this understanding. The positive traits suggested by this first card include diplomatic skill and shrewdness, but negatively, lack of scruples and opportunism. All right, in health, those born on February 1 will generally experience many problems in their emotional life. Their intense emotions lead them to involvements from which it can be difficult or impossible to extricate themselves. These bright and quick individuals have to beware of using physical, sensual, and sexual activities as a way of turning off their brains, essentially addictive and potentially damaging behavior. Moderate, regular physical exercise like aerobics, jogging, and swimming is highly recommended. February 1 diets should shun excess sugar and the use of tobacco, which, though perhaps calming in the short term, only makes them more nervous in the long run. Grains, fresh vegetables, bread, hearty soups, and stews are stable foods and work to keep them grounded. Advice: cultivate your intuitive powers. They are a natural resource. Try to be more patient and contemplative. Don't be too anxious to please lovers. Be your own boss. And then the meditation of this day is: the mind not only comes with a personal computer, but also a modem for connecting with the rest of the universe. What? That's awesome. The mind not only comes with a personal computer, but also a modem for connecting with the rest of the universe. So if you were born on this day, your strengths could be that you are strong-willed, mentally quick, and grounded. And your weaknesses could be that you are stubborn, overly rational, and self-unaware. All right, and then the last portion that we're going to learn from this book today is those born on this day. So we've got Langston Hughes, a poet, playwright, and novelist of Tambourines to Glory. Boris Yeltsin, first popularly elected Russian president. James P. Johnson, early jazz stride pianist and a composer. John Ford, master film director, over 120 features, some of which are Stagecoach and Grapes of Wrath. Clark Gable, a film actor. Fritjof Capra, it's Fritjof, a physicist, a writer of The Tao of Physics. S.J. Perlman, a humor essayist, playwright, and Marx Brothers scriptwriter. Emilio Segre, Emilio Segre, S-E-G-R-E with a tilde over it. Nobel Prize-winning nuclear physicist, discovered antiproton. Hervé Filion, harness racing driver, 10-time driver of the year, all-time leader in races won. Sadao Watanabe, a Japanese jazz alto and soprano saxophonist. Easy for me to say. Princess Stephanie of Monaco survived a 120-foot plunge in car crash. John Cannaday, New York Times art critic. Hugo von Hofmannsthal, an Austrian poet and playwright. Victor Herbert, an operetta composer and cellist. Rick James, singer, songwriter, and producer. Dawn Everly, a singer of the Everly Brothers. Jessica Savage, a TV journalist and anchor. Alexander Kipnis, a Russian basso, B-A-S-S-O. I don't know what that means. We've got Kazuhiro Ishii, a Japanese architect. And lastly, we have Claude Francois, a French singer and composer. Awesome-o. So dang, yeah, I wish you a wonderful birthday, and I'll drop the link to the Daily Oracle down below once that's done and loaded. And yeah, take care of yourself. Thanks for joining me on this. Thanks to everyone, and thank you StreamYard and YouTube, and yeah, above all, thank you Creator. I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Take care of yourselves.